Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Astro here, just with a little astrology update. This one is for the upcoming Aries full moon on the 21st of October in Australia. It's happening at 1:56 a.m. And it's at roughly 27 degrees. So obviously the moon is in Aries and the sun is in the opposite sign over there in Libra. Which also is conjunct Mars at that time, and also Mercury is in that Libra house as well, but just a little bit further back. So really, with the ruling planet of Aries being conjunct the sun in Libra, and Aries ruler being over there, it's really bringing in that fiery energy as well, a little bit of frustration, anger, a little bit of spice to it. However, Mars is not doing its best in the sign of Libra. It doesn't function very well there, and being conjunct with the sun, the closer it gets to the sun, the more combust it's going to be, getting closer to the sun. So that's going to be interesting to kind of see how that plays out for this full moon, because obviously a full moon in Aries is already, really inspiring. It's going to take a lot of action and, fire and passion there. And then you've got, Mars conjunct the sun as well, which is throwing in a bit of extra spice and passion there. It can show, in the sign of Libra, the sun and Mars being there, some challenges with our partnerships, our relationships, our contracts, maybe some anger and frustration there, maybe, being too quick and too impatient with certain things, maybe being a bit passive aggressive with certain situations. And the sun and Mars are also getting a square from Pluto. Pluto is also squaring the moon, so this forms a T-square between the moon in Aries, the Mars and sun in Libra, and Pluto in Capricorn, so it's called a T-square, so it's forming a T-square there. So that's some big tension there between anger, frustration, how we're taking actions in our relationships, our sun, our vitality, our confidence. That square to Pluto, it's like power control struggles, not knowing the truth. And then the moon being over in Aries, it's like overreacting or being too impatient, acting too quick, or, too emotionally erratic. Like, it's very chaotic really with a lot of this energy going on. There are some planets that are trying to help out a little bit. You do have Jupiter, which is direct at this time in Aquarius, so that's sending a trine to the sun and Mars, so that's going to give a little bit of extra support there. And you've also got Neptune in Pisces that's sending a sextile to Pluto, so that's going to kind of try and soften it up a little bit. Maybe it's bringing some of those, dreams and supports, our intuition, spirituality into those transformations, that Pluto energy. Jupiter in Aquarius is like bringing some blessings in humanity in that Aquarian energy, giving us some brilliant ideas or brilliant supports there, or some really great friends that are going to be blessings and help us out with these situations. Venus is also sextiling like Mercury, so some really kind of sweet, loving communication. There's a bit of support there if we can, take the time just to, express, our joy and optimism and our love for other people. Overall, though, I do see this this full moon in Aries being, quite a difficult, challenging time for a lot of us. But if we do look to that Jupiter, especially, and even a little bit of that Neptune and some of the Venus qualities, it might help out with this transit for you guys, this full moon. However, this does depend on obviously your natal chart and how it's all aspecting the other planets for you in particular. As we all know as well, full moons bring, endings of situations that may have started, a few months back, 6 to 12 months ago. So look back to when, the Aries new moon was and what was happening then. Have a think about what was happening about 6 months ago. And those are the events that are going to be like coming to an end now with this full moon. They'll be closing off and ending over the next 3 to 6 months for us. So hopefully, you guys are feeling really supported through this. I would really recommend, doing some releasing, some grounding, some cleansing, whether it's, a salt bath or, incenses, just saging, doing some cleansing through this full moon. There is a lot of air energy happening with this full moon as well. So you have the Sun in an air sign, Mercury in an air sign, Mars in an air sign, Jupiter and Saturn in an air sign, the North Node in an air sign. Neptune's the only water sign that we've kind of got. Pluto and Uranus are both in earth signs. And the Moon, Venus and South Node are in fire signs. So predominantly the big key players are definitely that air energy. So there's going to be a lot of thoughts and, you know, confusions and challenges going on. But there's also, you know, a little bit of that practical earth side of things where it's like, you know, issues with our money, career, stability, those sorts of things. Uranus bringing those sudden changes in, being in Taurus. And Pluto trying to transform that Capricorn energy, so it could be relating to our careers, reputation, those sorts of things. So yeah, let me know how that's all played out for you guys. Keep in touch, talk below, drop us some comments. Thanks for joining. Bye.